So now,
So what are you guys working on now?
well, we're trying to get this toolbox on, and this oil line is not bent properly.
It was bent properly without the toolbox. There's a boxing wheel over here.
Let's take this out
This-
so we don't destroy it.
I think that's going to be a good measuring tool. But
What are you trying to bend over here?
hang on. Okay. Now wait a minute here. Now this is exactly what I need to be able to wedge something in here. Okay. So let's try doing this, because we don't want that going forward either, do we?
Where's my wood handle at? Quit using my hammer.
Hang on a second. I said I can't use this hammer.
Where's my wood handle you were using
Over
earlier?
here. We're using it on this side.
Oh. She's a piece of plastic.
That's my screwdriver.
Well, there you go. There's other screwdrivers around here.
See if that fits. How much further we got? No way.
This has to move.
This has to actually bend in this way, right here, like a tube bender or something.
Yeah.
Where's your pipe at?
Well, he took it out, but the pipe goes right here.
How close is the pipe to the tube?
Well,
Right
it's-
close.
We haven't got it set up, but, I mean, this is basically,
You got about a ½ inch of clearance. That's not even close.
well, we don't know where this goes exactly.
It goes right about there. Just bend the whole damn pipe in. You see that screwdriver you got down there?
What? Don't put it against the fin, we'll break the fin, won't it?
Okay, beat it in.
Right up in here.
Yeah, but I'd like to get something right here if I can.
Too thin. Get something big, flat. Piece of metal.
But break the fins.
All right, hold on. Okay, check your clearance.
We still got to go in quite a ways.
How much is quite a ways?
That
A
much.
quarter of an inch, half an
Half
inch.
inch.
½ an inch ain't gonna happen.
Half inch to 3
We
quarters.
have the space. We just don't know if we can get the radius in there. No, there's got to be a radius right here.
It's a factory line. It shouldn't
This
be
has
that
got to
big.
curve in. Yeah, I know.
It's a
It shouldn't.
factory line. You shouldn't have to be beating on it like this.
Well, maybe this isn't mounted in the right place.
It's the only two mounts that are there.
Yeah,
That's where it mounts.
that's where.
Once you
But,
bend it
yeah,
out.
but
Once you bend
why
the damn
not?
bracket out.
Can't we bend this bracket out like this?
Sure, there.
You mean like that?
Why did she?
Hey.
Geniuses.
Good. Okay, never mind. We did it.
It's got clearance now, doesn't it?
We got clearance.
Clearance.
Maybe the bracket's wrong. No, the legs are too long.
Yeah, that was a factory oil line.
No, the
That's about-
donkey's legs aren't too long. His ears are too tall.
Okay, here's the problem right over here.
Dig the trench into the barn deeper.
Okay, push this down about halfway. Rocker clutch. Rocker clutch.
This?
Yes, push it down about halfway. You can pull up and push at the same time, helps.
It's frozen.
It ain't frozen, just push. Okay, stop. I said halfway, not all the way. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, Now, we have to back off the tension back here with this metric nut. So, we got a bigger metric wrench around here.
What size are you dealing with right now?
It's a lot bigger than 13/16.
Here.
Not room.
The answer is no.
What's the biggest one you got? Good, I see a bigger one right down there. That's the biggest one you got. Alright, go back in here.
Is that the right one?
No, need about another 1/8 of an inch more. That's a 22. You got anything bigger? Nope. Loosen it, not tighten. To go all the way up.
How much looser do you want it?
When that pedal moves.
By itself?
Yes. Called rocker clutch adjustment. If you loosen up the adjustment on that wrench, it'd be a little easy to put on there.
Mine never moved on its own. That nut's almost coming off. Something's wrong.
Yeah, it's too stiff.
How you doing over there?
Take more pressure off.
How much more have I got?
You got much on there, but you got more tension than needs.
Well, you got any WD-40?
For what?
I want to spray in there and lube it up a little bit.
It is lubed.
There's probably paint in there.
Nope, it's all lubed up. It's all rebuilt. It's got Tribodine grease in there. Why don't you loosen the crescent wrench up a little bit so it goes on there easier?
The crescent wrench is loose. It's not the crescent wrench. It's the space it's trying to fit in.
Okay.
Okay, now the nut's definitely coming off. I mean, I can do it by hand.
Okay, and this clutch should be automatically going back by itself if it's by hand.
It's way too loose. That nut's way
It's
too
not
loose.
loose, it doesn't even fucking move.
Well, I know, but there's something else wrong.
Yeah, the spring. There's no tension on it, so.
I mean, take that spring off and see if that thing moves. I think there's something else binding besides that spring.
It's old spring. If you pull that spring off, you ain't putting it back on because the footboard's in the way. That clutch is way too hard to work.
How you doing on your toolbox? Huh?
Sockets.
Loosen the other ones. Are the other ones loose? Huh?
I'm tightening them all up.
Oh, well, loosen the other ones until you get them all in.
They're all in.
Oh.
I'm just tightening
Way
them up.
tight.
Good and tight.
Just need more spring tension on your clutch plates to counteract some more of that spring.
This thing's just sitting here and not hooked up to it.
Alright, I get my
Go there.
tripod.
Huh? Well,
I know
down on it, the brake light goes on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what these other holes are. It needs another little spring that goes on here.
And we have another
But this goes on here.
Okay.
So you take this off.
All right. So we're gonna have to put a little more tension on the clutch here.
I think this is supposed to go, well, I guess it can go that way.
One.
Okay, and then there's another spring.
Where is it?
It was right here on the table.
I haven't seen it. If that matters.
Clutch releasing right now.
What?
Nobody adjusted the clutch over here, did they? Is there any free play over there at all?
No, it's solid as a rock.
Yeah, we haven't done anything since,
You didn't adjust the center screw when you put this thing all together.
not yet.
Not ever, because you had a cover on it like you were done.
Oh,
And obviously you're not done because the clutch is not even adjusted. There you go. Rick.
You sure?
Half a turn, one turn. Yeah, you had a little bit of free play, or lack of free play there. Yeah, get some free play in there now. Two, three.
Well, that's not good.
All right.
That's not good. We need to, nope, hang on a second. We need to get washers and cutter.
this needs to move up that way.
What do you mean?
It's not in the right spot.
Okay, well, get me 2 washers, small washers and cotter pins. Do you have those?
One. I need to loosen this thing up a little bit. So put the nut up where you can get to it. Reapply the clutch. Two. Next one.
You need washers?
What size washer are we looking for?
Two.
I think they're 1/4 inch and 3/4 inch.
Like this?
So I adjusted the nuts in here further in.
That's not a 1/4 inch, is it?
And I adjusted the
Look
center
how
screw
big
right
that
here. get our free play.
And it'll fit, yeah.
You know, we got a little more tension on the clutch. So maybe now this will start to work over here.
Well, that's not the right size cotter
Starting
pin.
to feel a little better.
You got another cotter pin?
A little bit too much free play though.
Thought I had some skinny ones. Here's some skinny ones.
That might be too skinny, but
Okay, there's the 0 right there.
yeah, you need to.
It's half a turn.
Yeah, let me wait a second. Yeah, that's kind of.
Too much free play.
Hmm?
Try half a turn.
This one. Huh. Which is all rusty in there. You want me to try tapping it in there? No,
Is that the skinny one?
these are too skinny.
They're too skinny?
About 3/16 free play on the clutch lever. About right.
No, that's all I got.
Well,
This is starting to get easier to
it's up
work
to you
over
to
here
put in
now.
what you want to put in there. Okay?
Okay.
So I need some more tension on this will help.
You know, you could go get a little drill and, you know, just clean it out by hand and it'd probably help out. There's probably a lot of crud.
Another full turn down.
Okay.
One. Half.
Yeah, that's nice.
Half. Take the clutch up.
See if I can find it. Okay. Let me see your the cotter pin you want to put in. What about those shorter ones? The shorter ones are probably better. That one right there.
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah. What's that size?
Full turn.
This is the size, probably. I mean, there's actually,
Half a turn.
yeah, these seem a little large.
Full turn.
These seem a little large. Keenan, do you have any cotter pins anywhere?
Yeah.
Where?
Mm,
In your
In my shop.
hardware boxes?
In the box. It's in the box.
All those drawers in there by the bathroom.
No.
All the way to the very end. Bottom drawer, left side, all the way toward the back. About 2/3 back, they start with small ones. Okay, right now the clutch is working right now. Releasing. So we move the clutch pedal here until it starts to lock up. Right there. So right about here is where the foot starts to activate. So you adjust this to where you want it to come in at. So that looks like that's about the right spot. It's a comfortable spot to work in your foot. Chip, come over here.
Uh-oh.
So give me the instructions again, where they are.
Hold on, I'm helping somebody else. Okay, right now it's starting to engage right here.
Uh-huh.
See, I can adjust this clutch right. I can move it. See, I can move it just a little bit. I think I'm moving the motor a little bit right now, though. So if you come down just a little bit on this, here, the clutch will start to release. See how the clutch is slipping now?
Yep.
So you have to adjust this to where it's comfortable for your foot to be. Everybody has a little bit different how their foot works. So you put a little tension, see it starts to get hard right there.
And I adjust it from here?
You can adjust it there or over here.
Okay.
To adjust it here, you have to take it on off of here. Over here, you just play with the screw a little bit. So you have to play around with this a little bit to get it where it's at, but this is probably a good spot.
Yeah.
Okay, now work the clutch. Is that too stiff for your foot to work it?
Nope.
Okay. Now we barely have the nut on here. Feel it back in here. Now when you tighten it up a little bit, it'll get stiffer in here.
Okay.
I tighten these springs down a lot further than what they were.
Uh-huh.
So I'm down probably close to 1/8 of an inch more than what it was. So we're getting down toward more the minimum dimension.
Okay.
So you have to adjust that. I got the screw tight. I got these pulled in all equally. So like I said, you have to play with this a little bit and get to
Okay.
where you want it to be. All right, somebody wants some help over here. Okay, you done going through all my drawers over here?
Very interesting nuts and bolts.
Well, I
but
told you to go
haven't
all the
found-
way down. That would be all the way this way. You gotta go all the way down the line. Bottom drawer.
That's where I went, but evidently I didn't pull it out far enough.
2/3 of the way back on the left side is where they start.
Okay.
See, if you follow
There we
directions, they're
are.
close. They go in order.
I won't get them out of order.
So what size do you want?
Yeah, I wish I knew.
Well, I'd come back one row and get the smallest ones and work your way the other way.
I think these are right here, but
Well, depends on what size you want. They go in order. If you get pull them out of the same box, they're the same one.
just different lengths.
And they're not supposed to be.
Well, these are different lengths as the same
That's
one.
a different box, though. Every box is different. That's why there's a whole bunch of boxes there. And they get progressively bigger as you go.
These, I think, are what?
Not exactly, though, because they go by part number, but
Let me see this one.
they do mix them up slightly. Okay, has it got the toolbox fitting back here? Not you bent the damn bracket out of the way?
Well, this part I don't understand.
We got clearance here, we got clearance here, and we still got clearance there. Did you check the bolt on these, make sure these were still tight? After all that beating on them?
No, we didn't, but
Well, you probably should.
we should.
What are you trying to figure out?
Why my brake thing is not
Well, your
in
brake
line.
thing what?
I've got it in there.
Alright, what's the problem?
Oh, maybe it's, I need to put the pin in here.
You mean you keep pulling out the lever down there because you got no cotter key on there?
Yeah.
That could be something to do with it. There's supposed to be a washer in there too.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot easier to get that stupid ass exhaust pipe out of there so you can get to it.
I knew we left that out for
Now, see how much free play we got over here
Yeah.
on this lever?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you know how much you got here, you know where that is because this and that go together. And you have clearance, you got clearance. That dictates how much you need. Now, don't cut the end off here trying to readjust it. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
Let me try this one.
I know, you got the right one.
That's hard to say.
Now, those are stainless steel ones, so they're pretty stiff to bend.
Well, it's not going to fit in that hole.
Alright, go back over here and
Try to do this so.
put this clutch cover over here. Right there. We might have to make some fine-tuning adjustments once it gets where you can ride the bike. And the clutch breaks in a little bit. What happened to your nut over here for the primary? Can we steal it?
Four 1/16 by 3/4 inch.
3/4? Jeez. Those are gonna be hard to bend over.
Well, not as hard as a half inch. I'm not bending them over until we're done. I'm just putting them in the holes with the washer.
The front one here you should put on because you're not gonna get back to it. So grease it up, put it in for real. I'm assuming he's got grease on this thing, or he put it together dry. I don't know. All this shit should be lubricated and goes in.
Yeah.
It looks like there might be something back in there, so maybe there's some grease.
Did you put grease in there on your?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, see how this oil line's real close here? I'd bend the line down a little bit,
Okay.
get it out of the way,
All right.
and then you can put your exhaust pipe
Okay.
in there. The exhaust pipe blocks access to everything. And then when you put that,
I need to get the.
and when you put that damn ammo plate on the bottom, it really blocks it. This thing here means you can't work on the bike until you take
I
it
need
off.
to. Thanks.
Here, nearly sticking it over.
Excuse me.
Take a look at that brake anchor back there and make sure it's in the plate good so it doesn't fall off like it did on your bike. Can you see that?
No, I'm looking at something else right now.
All right, well double check and make sure it's got good engagement on that thing.
Should this rod go on the inside or outside of that?
Of what?
Here, excuse me.
The lever?
Yeah.
Like you got it.
Okay. So look, there's your cotter pins.
It's supposed to have a bend in it too to bend it up in the air and then back around to clear the frame.
Well, it's original.
Yeah, but it had that bend in it. It's a lot of stuff that's
I
not
don't think
original.
so.
There's a lot of stuff on
I'm
this
not gonna
bike's not
worry about it
original.
right now. I'm gonna make sure see if it works. Where's the?
As long as it doesn't hit on anything, you're good.
Okay. Just put the cotter pin in. Don't put it down right now. Okay.
Right.
And bend it. Just get it in the hole if you can. Can you hand me a flashlight? and I'll
There's our
give you
brake
some light?
anchor right down there. It looks like you got good engagement on the brake anchor.
Oh.
That's right
Yeah.
down there.
Right here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got good engagement.
Yeah.
This backing plate's bend and that thing pops out.
Got it.
No. No, come down where my chin is.
Look at that. Highlights.
Whatever you try to do before you put it in there, huh? Yeah, let's see.
You have to adjust that brake pivot too. I doubt if it's ever been done.
Okay.
See how it's up in the air? Until you go
Well,
like
hang on a
this.
second. Where's the pin? The pin's down underneath the pin's on the other side. I need the pin.
This?
It's on the other side, right? Oh, or is that it's a different pin?
No, that was the pin.
I don't see it over here.
Well, it was right down here.
It might be down there at that end of the bike. Over here.
It's probably over
Well, it was here. No, it was right here.
Probably in back where the bike was.
It's here.
It's on the other side. Oh, here it is. So you need to-
That would have been the.
okay. I'm I'm pushing down on something,
Yeah.
okay? Need a WD. Oh.
Need some WD, you say?
Gonna need some WD.
Can left. Oops.
I only need a little bit.
Well, I don't know if there's any in there.
Well, there it is. Now I need a red screwdriver. All right, right. And this isn't it. Half inch. 7/16. No, half inch. No matter how many times I say it, it's still a half inch. Okay, now I need to get a screwdriver. Just this Phillips screwdriver. Well, maybe a smaller Phillips screwdriver. Well, no, well, yeah, that'll work. No, but this'll work, this'll work.
Why don't you put it on the brake then?
This is just a mock-up. Might have to mock-up. There it is. Hey. Okay. Let me look at this. Can I look at it? It's hitting this nut.
Yeah.
Well, I think it works better than,
Not having any brake at all?
now this thing here can be. All right, well. He's gonna. We'll figure it out, but I think we're going in the right direction. I gotta go,
It's
sorry.
ready. It's ready to ride.
Well, at least I feel like I did a little bit better work today. You know? Everything takes longer than you think, Chip.
It's always that way.
You know,
That's why I allotted last week, or 2 weeks ago, because I knew that tomorrow we're loading the bike.
tomorrow you load it like one way or the other.
Or at the latest Tuesday, and I'll leave Wednesday.
No. I'm supposed to get started on an annual tomorrow, but I'll ask for you. No, it's not. That's not my fault.
What a kid.
Oh, cat eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well,
So,
but
let's see, the only thing that's left is the exhaust pipe.
well, you got the adjustments to do, and you got oil to put in it. You got stuff, but you got a lot of parts laying around. You got saddlebags to put on.
Yeah, but those just go in the.
Okay, so I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
What time's can you open tomorrow? 2?
Same, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make other arrangements, however I have to do it.
Okay, and I'm serious about this.
As long as, if I had, okay.
I'm serious about this. Number one, thank you.
Oh, yeah,
And number two, I've used your parts.
I don't care. I don't even know if they're there or not. I could give,
Oh, and the skid plate. Those are the
that's not mine.
No. thanks.
I know that's not mine.
Yeah, I know, it goes there.
I
My
don't,
mind wanders.
I don't care
sometimes.
about any parts, okay?
Okay.
So don't even try to keep track of my parts. The only thing I care about is Keenan feeling that he's compensated for whatever, however. So you just worry about Keenan. Me, I don't care.
And I can sleep at night, cause I'm not worried about that.
Good. And I'm not either, so you're an honorable person, and I, you know, I don't care.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
And art with me.
For I'm the evilest son of a bitch in that valley. That's my Vietnam.
I used to be.
I know.
But anyway, yeah, gosh, I wish I
Wow.
didn't peter out so much so quickly, but I just,
Don't worry about it.
I can't.
It's nothing.
go long
I gotta
without it
leave
anymore.
early tonight
So,
as well.
well, I feel like I did something
You did.
without breaking.
This wouldn't be on there, that wouldn't be on there. The brake wouldn't have been on there.
Well, we did something.
The foot pegs wouldn't have been on there.
Yeah, well, we did something. I mean, I helped. I feel like I helped.
This-
Yesterday, I felt
this
like I
ain't
just
no-
broke things.
Oh, the other thing is we need to do is
Oh, yeah.
use those brand new
Yeah.
wrenches.
You don't get involved in that.
Okay.
I gotta go. I'll see you later.
And I'm leaving because
Oh, you know what I needed to do?
the last 2 nights Keenan's had me here. Are we videoing?
I don't know.
The light's on.
Yeah, he's been videoing you. I need to straighten this out. It's my wife. For her truck.
Off of her washing machine?
No, off the truck.
So how are you gonna straighten it?
I gotta heat it up and straighten it.
Oh, not the way I would do it, huh?
How?
I'd put it in the vise, use Tatro's hammer, and beat it into submission. But that's just me.
What do you think?
This is on your wife's truck?
Yeah,
What does it do?
it holds up the spare tire.
Oh, okay.
Should I heat it or just try bending it straight?
Well, it's not a super strong thing.
It's stronger than I am.
Yeah. Got a piece of pipe.
Now I'll hit it with the hammer. Right there, right there.
Yeah.
Where's that hammer?
Over the other vise.
I'm here at the other vise.
What?
Oh, you mean that vise over
No,
there?
right there. Look down on the floor.
Oh. This little hammer here?
Yeah. Yeah.
That it?
Again. Again. Swing it, Dave.
Oh,
Okay.
that's too much. Hang on.
Yep, yep.
Right here.
Okay, now these are threads.
That's okay, tighten it up. Right?
Yep. Good, good. Okay, take a look down it and see what you see.
You got it tight?
Yep. Good and tight.
That's close enough to go in the oil. Okay, now, I wanna get the, I wanna put this back in the vise. And I wanna get that crescent wrench.
Uh-huh.
And
And I'm gonna
put a thread on it.
take this thread of mine,
Uh-huh. Chase it. with thread.
chase it with that and call it a day.
Okay.
I wanted to do some other things, but your bike takes precedence over. We're gonna take this is her truck.
What I need,
This is- this is-
help for?
This is her
I
truck
mean,
for
what do you need
Utah.
help for?
Maybe I should put some oil. Anyway, so, her truck that she bought and had a head job done, was real cute, she loves it.
What color is it?
Bright red.
Oh, wait a minute, that's the one that had her card in the back. That one? Her credit card?
No, this is, she just bought this.
Oh.
Anyway, it's going to Utah, and it doesn't have a spare tire. And so, and I bought a new thing that she bent all up, because it came apart. Isn't that right, Mark?
Well, it's not the right threads, you're changing the threads.
No, I'm not. That's the right threads, isn't it?
Well, maybe the old threads were just so old, you cut it up.
Yeah, I screwed this thing on before. It's not peeling that much off.
Just enough. So does it go into a nut that's on the vehicle?
No, I am not sure, I think it does. You know, it goes,
Oh, no, this is the thing that goes up
yeah, it goes
underneath.
underneath,
So this is the end that's on the vehicle.
yeah.
This is like a
A
nut,
cradle. It's
a
a
nut
cradle.
with a handle.
Yeah, well, it's,
like
yeah,
that.
it's the old fashioned way. It isn't, you don't have something to, you can't snap that. Anyway, I bought one for $60 on eBay, because the other one's bent up, and I figured, Rob and I could straighten it, but take more of his time than my time right now. But all the hardware was there except for this piece. God, I hope I'm not chewing a whole bunch of new threads in there. Well, if I'm buying a new one of these too. That's a lot of meat.
Well, you don't need to go any further, do you?
Well, it ends.
Aren't we at the end?
Yeah. That's the way it went on before we bent it. I'm practicing my range of motion exercises when I get my shoulder replaced.
Did you get your knees replaced?
No.
Have you had anything else replaced?
No.
Once again,
Chicken.
I got my knees done, both in the same day.
Yeah.
6 months later, I ran the Army 10-miler. Well, I did a West Point.
Boy, I hope I didn't.
Change the threads.
Yeah. It looked like this in the fields.
Just.
Oh,
Oh, man.
what?
Tatro's got me putting a towel in my pocket. I lost my towel.
There it is, right there, isn't it?
Yeah. No, mine was a black one.
Here, let's wipe this off. Yeah, before we before we did this, I just put this on like this.
Okay, so it looks like what's left is,
Let me look these nuts up front, okay?
is
What size nuts are those?
Nut size. How'd the brake look?
There you go. When you left that thing on recording, everything we said about you, we didn't mean,
I don't care.
okay?
It doesn't matter. Have you ever read the comments about me already? You should read the comments about you.
I don't usually cuss that often.
You should read about the comments about you.
I don't read comments about
I think
anybody.
I've heard it all. I've been married 5 times,
That's good.
okay? I think I've heard the worst of it.
Now, do you see all this springing going on here?
Yeah.
That means your brake's not working very good. Remember how your front brake didn't work for shit?
Yeah.
You got the rear brake doing the same thing.
Yeah, but we already did the rear brake.
Did you adjust the pivot?
Did we
Okay.
adjust the pivot?
Yes, remember I told you about that when I left? Remember how that worked on the front wheel also when we did that? Because right now you got a bunch of slop and no braking going on. A bunch of springy. Probably drags real bad too. If you had the bike jacked up, you'd know that. That's why you always have the back of the bike jacked up so you can check that stuff. So what else you doing on the list besides doing the rear brake? Do the exhaust next or what?
Let's see, the things we got left are the exhaust, the spark plug wires, and the skid plate.
Don't put the skid plate on until you get the bike running or working. Leave it off. You'll be adjusting all kinds of stuff,
Okay.
which is everything. You leave that off for the first 50 miles probably, unless you want to take it on and off about 5 times.
No, I don't.
You need to adjust the brake.
I'll see you guys tomorrow night,
Okay.
tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I thought this was leaving tonight. No? No?
Maybe next Tuesday. No, I mean Tuesday after the coming Tuesday.
No, we need room around here. It's only 7 o'clock. I was leaving early.
Well, I
Yeah,
am, but
some of us, this bike is 75 years old in February.
it's almost as old as he is.
No, in October,
Is that combined?
Bye.
in
See you later.
October, I'm 73. And you've run me ragged for the last 2 nights.
Did you notice something different when you came back from yesterday when you left?
Air conditioning was on?
No. Whole shop was different when you got back here.
Oh, hell yeah. This was all clean. There's a new bike sitting here. What else?
We did a new bike today. We put that one together today.
Yeah. What did I miss?
Yeah, all the work I did before I went home. Okay, you need to adjust the brake pivot and adjust the brake at some point.
Okay, so that's what I need to do.
On that rocker clutch, once you figure out where you want that rocker clutch adjustment to be, tension-wise,
Yeah,
you have to lock the nut in the back.
in the back where?
Back, the nut.
Right here?
The nut and back.
The other nut?
The nut and back.
In,
Tension, rocker clutch.
oh, this one.
There's springs back here, tension.
Yeah, I see.
See how many threads were on there?
Yeah.
We're not on there very far.
Well, we need to tighten that up.
When you make it tighter, you're not going to be able to work the clutch. So until you get up on the bike and figure what it's going to be, we don't know.
Yeah.
And if you spill a bunch of oil and goop on there, it'll make it easier. But do you want to do that now or wait until that actually happens?
No, we don't want to do that at all.
So that has to be worked out. There's a lot of stuff that has to be worked out.
I think that's that other bolt.
Just bolting the bike together is only part of the job.
Yeah.
Making everything work correctly together is a whole nother job. we're working toward that tune-up we were going to do. Ain't got quite to it yet.
We haven't gotten to the tune-up yet?
No, I haven't got the tune-up yet. I'm saving my money for the tune-up. It's going to be expensive. I hope you've been saving. Those tune-ups are expensive on these old bikes. This was just kind of a cleanup deal right here, and this wasn't very much work.
Okay, so I need to jack this back up
You can use a jack if you want.
and put this on the rear stand.
Well, either that or use a jack, your choice. I like the rear stand myself, but
Well, that's what I'll do then. This is a learning process, and I would
are you learning anything?
I would recommend anybody that's in this area
Oh, don't come
go-
here. No,
go
no.
to the university at Tatro Machine.
That education, lower education
I
university,
know upper education.
upper lower education,
Shoot,
bottom basement.
when this bike came in,
Make sure you ask for the military
when this
discount.
bike came in, how much crap was on it?
How much is that military senior discount you get?
I have no idea, but I'm sure it's going to be worth it. Am I going up in the back?
No, you're going up in the front because you got the thing on the front. If you put the jack on the back of the bike, it works a lot better.
Yeah, but what do I put it on?
Well, I would suggest something on the back of the bike.
I suppose I could go down and move the jack back a little bit.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. You put like a 2x4 on there, maybe. And hit on the part of the frame you want to hit on.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to hit the primary because we did such a good job of that.
Well, you know, they make spacers for that, you know. There might be a piece of wood or two floating around here. You can put your arm in between a jack and protect the bike.
No, that's okay.
You don't want to do that? Okay.
No. We'll just do this.
All right. Still moving, still lifting in the front, but don't release that. The bike will fall over.
Oh, not all the way.
Well, if you do that, it's just going to lift to the front of the bike. Don't do it that way. Get tension on that. Your Allens are in the way.
My what?
Your Allens. Pivot's right behind this bolt. They make it real easy to get to. Let's go grab my 9/16 wrench combination.
9/16?
Yep. It's gonna be fun to get way in there. Boom. This unstable. This almost fits. Look at that. There. We're still going to do that with it. How long before this camera hits the ground?
Well, hopefully a long time. Do we want to put that other strap on?
Nope. I gotta try to get the pivot that's buried back in here. Make make these real easy to get to, see. Go grab my flashlight that was over there too.
Fine. So there's the same deal on the back that there is on the front?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Can't even get to it. So much room around here. This one's got room. That one can slide in a little bit. Yeah, let's go down here further. Get in there. Too much shit in the way. You can see it. Can't get to it. I don't know how you're gonna tighten it. And I would be surprised that stupid ass metric. No access to it. Get to that thing. Yeah. You got a 14mm wrench?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's tighter or loose, I don't remember. I think it's tighter. I think it's loosened up. Yeah, I made it worse. Okay, put the brake on, hold it on. There we go. Do it again. Is it bottomed out?
Almost.
Okay, hold it on. Don't let go. Bolt head's in the way. Keep you can get to it. Exhaust bolt. Ah. Ah! Fuck. Nailing me. The bolt head's in the way and I can't get to it. Not let me. Oh, it is rotating. Okay. You got the brake on?
Yep.
There we go. Can't tell if the nut's tight or if I'm just jamming the other nut. Jammed in there so you can't tell. Okay, let go of the brakes, see what happens. Hit the brake again. Let go. Hit the brake. I don't see the pivot move it. Okay. What a pain in the ass to get that in there is. So there's what we're working at. Right in there. Of course, this bolt head's in the way right here. And everything else is too. They purposely make it as hard as you can to get to. Okay.
Do they make a special tool for that?
Nope. You just make it where you can't get to anything. Because this bolt's right on top of that bolt, and this is blocking that, and the brake anchor over here is blocking it from the other side.
And you have to have
And the
all
backing plate is curved where the backing plate goes around it,
Uh-huh.
so you can't even get the straight shot out anyway. So it's just
And you gotta have that stuff in when you have the wheel, or do you do that before all that stuff is done, and then put that stuff on?
if you didn't have this exhaust bolt in here, you could do it a lot easier.
Uh-huh.
So you have to take it, this bolt out, put it all together, make your adjustment, take it all back apart, and put the bolt in there, hold your exhaust on. That's about the easiest way you got to do it. So nothing like making it easy. Okay, now you have a little bit of free play in here now. Yeah, that's free play. So you have to adjust this here, which is already maxed out. So you have no adjustment, but you need more adjustment. Push it down, it goes all the way to the pedal, all the way to the pad, doesn't it? Yep, bottomed out, right there, you're bottomed out.
Yep.
Put the brake on, slowly. Slowly. Just starting to gauge right there, about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom.
So I need to take
So
that
now
off.
let that up. How much you got? How many inches? Let it up.
That-
About 3 inches of slack.
Yeah.
So you got a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of movement for putting the brake on, and these things have a lot of stretch in them, and you got 3 inches of slack. That's called no good. This brake rod is not right. It's way too long. So this needs to be, if you can thread it, it needs to be cut deeper, and then you have to shorten it out here if it bottoms out inside of this. Or you gotta get a shorter clevis. For now, I don't know how much engagement you got. You got 3 inches of engagement right now in here?
I'm guessing. I don't know. I've never had that off.
Yeah, well. Right now you have no rear brake, so basically.
So what I need to do is take this off and thread this down further.
What you need to do is take this off,
Yeah.
find out how much adjustment you got. You have no more threads here, so I know you
Right.
can't make it shorter.
But if I
So you
thread this, continue the threads down here.
if this is the same size as the bolt needs to be. If this is undersized because it's rolled thread, then you can't do that.
I see.
So you have to measure to see what size this rod is.
Uh-huh.
You need to take this thing off and find out what the hell, how many threads are in there.
Okay.
If you never had that thing off, we don't know what's behind it.
Right.
There's a lot of hidden stuff on this bike. But for now, that rod is too long for this application the way it is. Now bottom that out. See how you're bottomed out right here too?
Mm-hmm.
So we know this is the correct length. The problem is this is the wrong length.
Okay, and there's no other adjustment other than this
That's it.
on the rod.
We're assuming it's tight back here already. I like how the fin is rubbing on the bolt already. That's nice. It's rubbing on the pivot. Put it up against it. Right there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hear that dragging?
Yeah, it goes backwards.
Yeah, you need to get the chain guard off the chain. The chain's not moving, the chain guard has to move. So my guess it's hitting up in this area here somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you bend this bracket, it might help. This thing should be right up against this frame, and it's not.
Okay.
So I would make some adjustments up in here.
All right.
I don't know if you got spacers behind that thing or what. No. So I'd bend this thing in 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Get the chain off the chain guard, because the chain guard will eat, the chain will eat the chain guard up.
All right.
So you got to get this figured out here.
Okay.
We have no brakes. Whatever you got on the front brake is all you got. That rear brake ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing at all. All right, that's it for now.